Okay, in this video I'm checking out this new micro drone coming from Hobbymate. It's a prototype that I've got here, an early version. I actually don't even know what the name is. I don't think it has a name yet. They just sent this out to me just before the Chinese New Year holiday, and should be coming out shortly after. So see here, it's a 3-inch racing drone, and it is using the new 1505 motors that I was testing. It's a little bit different. You can go see that other video to see what the other version looks like. It's just slightly different paint. The bell is a little bit of a different shape, not a whole lot different. Very similar open bottom design as before. I think these are the RCN Power manufactured motors. You can see. So this one here is it's going to come in a 4S and a 6S version. So this is the obviously the 4S version, I believe, and yes, 4300 kV. I also have the 6S motors here, same color, 1505. This one is 2900 kV. I tested both of these motors in previous videos. This one's actually going to go on a 4-inch build, the IH4. You'll see that in a future video. So if you're wondering about the 6S on 4-inch, you'll be able to see that soon. But this is a this come, I believe, similar to the way the Meteor and the Comet drones came, either as a kit, plug and play, or bind and fly version. So this is here is the bind and fly version with their new free sky receiver. This is actually Hobbymate branded free sky receiver, dual diversity antennas. As you can see here, it's very similar to the XSR receiver, but a little bit bigger. And I did a review on that one as well. So all those links will be down below for the previous videos. Also, the stack that they're using is the iFlight, the Success Mini stack, Mini F4, I believe. It's a 32-bit 4-in-1 ESC, F4 flight controller, power switch wheel video transmitter. This will go up to 6S, obviously with the 6S version with the 6S motors. This is why they're going for the stack. I also did a video on this one as well, and this was in a previous, a couple of previous videos. It was in a build, so if you want to check out those videos, also down in the description. But yeah, 20 by 20, very nice 6S stack, very clean build overall. We have a stretch dex frame here, individual arms as you can see here, typical sandwich design for these type of drones with the replaceable arms. I'm pretty sure the arms will be available separately. 4mm thick arms. The plates here, sandwich plates here, are 1.5mm. Top plates 1.5mm, and the camera side plates are 1.5mm. Now, as you can see here, the way that the camera's in here, this is actually the EOS 2 camera, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that. Yeah, it's not going to come out, but this is the Caddx EOS 2, which is actually smaller than the standard 19 by 19mm form factor, so you can't use your standard micro cameras in this one. Only this one will work. So the upside is going to be a little bit lighter, but the downside is you're not going to be able to change any of the camera settings, so whatever it has, that's what you're stuck with. So it's debatable whether or not this is a good choice for them, because there's obviously no other cameras, I believe, that are the same size if you wanted to switch it out for a different camera. So if you don't like the camera, then you probably would be best off not getting this drone, because the frame is limited to this camera size. Okay, so a few more measurements here. The motor to motor distance is coming in at about 143 millimeters. Side to side's coming in at about 83 millimeters. And the front to back is coming at 118 millimeters. Okay, so here's the weight without the props. It's coming in at 137.65 grams. And I'm going to be using the new GemFan, these 3028 props. I did a video on this one as well previously. These will work with either the standard 5mm prop shafts, which these motors have, or the T-style props, or with the 2 screws. So the reason I'm using this one is it's a little bit higher kV. If it was like 4,000 kV, I would probably go with a more aggressive pitched prop, but it's such a high kV on 4S, I'm going to go with a little bit less aggressive pitch. And so let's throw these on here as well. Okay, so with the props, it's coming in at 143.3 grams. And just a couple last things to note. There's a little 3D printed part back here that the little whip antenna is coming out. It looks pretty well protected. They got extra heat shrink on here, as well as a little plastic piece here holding the antenna on. The antenna, though, is just connected via a micro FL connector to the back of the video transmitter there, so if it does get snagged on something really hard, it's possible it could get pulled off, but it looks like they've secured it pretty decently with that 3D printed part and these extra pieces here. And then also in the back here we have a capacitor. Looks like it's heat shrunk to the XT30 connector, but I don't see this actually zip tied to anything, so it's possible that in a battery ejection it could snag on that and pull that off the pads. So be aware that you might want to secure this somehow, maybe put on a longer lead, for example. We'll have to see how this holds up. But that's about it, pretty much it. Yeah, there's a 3-hole motor mount on these. I've seen 2 on some drones, so 3 is not too surprising. Obviously, they're going for one less screw for weight savings. And yeah, the motor is a bit exposed. Not a whole lot of motor protection here, you can see. If you hit it here, it's fine, but if you hit it over here, you're going to be dinging the bell. Obviously, all this is to shave as much weight as possible for performance. Anyway, it's enough of me rambling on about this. Let's go see how this flies.